Okay then, Helldivers, we are back, and it appears that all of your prayers have been answered with this new premium warbond that is revolved around a cowboy theme. We're going to be showing you guys the trailer and breaking down everything that's inside of it, including armor passives, weapons, and so much more. On top of that, we've also got a brand new balance patch update for 01.002.200. This one is absolutely huge, and we're going to break everything down for you guys today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And do make sure that you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink choice, more than the tinned alternatives that we're all used to. And on the 21st of the 3rd, we're going to give away a free Mecha Waifu Cup with every purchase of a tub of GamerSupps. So if you want to get your hands on it, links in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And we're giving away super credits for the brand new warbond that is launching in just a few days. If you want to get your hands on some free super credits, all you have to do is head down to the comment section and put a cowboy emoji down there. It'll enter you in. We'll announce it in a few days when the warbond launches. With that being said, though, let's dive on into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So in the background, you are watching the Borderline Justice Premium Warbond trailer. Now, this thing looks absolutely incredible and has an array of things that you guys are going to be able to collect inside of it, including 2 new armor sets, a lever action rifle as a primary, a revolver laser edition as a sidearm, a hover pack stratagem, a utility for sample extractor, throwables, and so much more. It's going to be so damn interesting, and I cannot wait to bring it all to your faces, because we're going to be starting off with the 2 armor sets that we have, the GS66 Lawmaker and the GS17 Frontier Marshal. Now, these 2 armor sets look absolutely incredible. They are not really revolved so much around the cowboy look. I was really a little disappointed for it, but don't panic. We've got another one that's coming in the midst later on that's going to be the store armor piece, so make sure you hold up for that, because that is so damn cowboy, it's insane. But these 2 pieces have got a very, very interesting armor passive right here. They have got the Gunslinger armor passive. Now, what is it that this thing does? Well, it gives your secondary increased reload speed, increased draw and holster speed, and a reduced recoil. Now, this is absolutely huge, because it's obviously going to give you that cowboy feel of bringing out your Senator, or even then bringing out your brand new LAS 58 Talon and pinging this thing like an absolute bad boy, reloading real quick and going all over again. Now, obviously, it's not the most overpowered passive, and you're probably not going to utilize it much after the first couple of weeks, but as far as that sort of fantasy role goes, you guys are really going to be able to role play into the mood of a cowboy pretty damn easily with this one. Overall, the armor sets look absolutely incredible, but moving into your primary weapon, the R6 Deadeye. Now, the R6 Deadeye is a lever action hunting rifle. Although this does sound a lot like the Constitution, it is a lot faster, and this thing is going to cause a lot more damage than you may well think. It is going to be quite clunky and probably useful more for the automatons than anything else, but you guys are going to be able to play around with that one and let me know what you think as and when this thing launches in just a couple of days, because this is all coming out on March 20th. When we take a look at what you're receiving via your sidearms, we've got the LAS 58 Talon. Now, this thing is a revolver secondary that is energy based, meaning it is a slow and steady hand that you are going to need and to shoot that without overheating. But overall, this thing is going to bring in an absolute power hammer. So with the passive coming from the new armor sets, it is going to be so much quicker and so much more useful. But my favorite thing, and the one thing I'm so damn excited for, which is unfortunately a stratagem, we'll get into that in a moment, but we have got the LIFT 860, also known as the Lift 860 hover pack. Now, this thing looks insane. Now, as far as it goes, what we can see via the actual footage, you guys are able to hover in the air with this and just float. You're essentially just going to be leveling up to the same height of a Shrieker and looking it dead in the bloody eye. Now, obviously, you don't fly with this thing, but what you do end up doing is you will rise and hover for a little while, and you can obviously still aim, use your ADS, fire your weapons, do all of that good jazz. So it is going to be quite a useful one, and one that I actually think that I will probably enjoy the most more than anything. Like I stated, though, you can't fly, but it will lift you up into the air and get you out of some really sticky situations. Hopefully you can like not land and have everything underneath you at that point, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how that one goes. Now next up we have got a brand new booster. Now this is called Sample Extractor, and this one's a very interesting one, although not very helpful at the moment because we've got so many samples, it's ridiculous. But when you put down a big enemy, there's a small chance to drop a sample to toss into your saddlebags. Really simple one. Basically, take things out, potentially get more samples, although we need somewhere to spend them all. So, I mean, yeah, I'm already maxed out. This isn't going to get utilized for me. And then we have the TED63 Dynamite. Yep, the TED Dynamite. I'm pretty sure that that is quite self-explanatory, but yes, we have now got some dynamite. Looks absolutely incredible, as well as 2 new player banners, 2 new capes, an emote which is called Tip the Hat, which is again in the trailer in the background, and the Super Sheriff player title, which I think is probably one of my favorites and will be utilized greatly throughout. Now all of this will release in March the 20th, which is in just a couple of days from now, so you guys should be damn excited about that. But you will have noticed that in the gameplay in the background via the trailer, there is a third armor set, which is the Superstore Armor Set. This thing looks insanely cool. This is the GS11 Democracy Deputy, the Veil of the Valorous Vagabond Cape, and we have also got the draw emoji with the Veil of the Valorous Vagabond as well as the player banner. For me, this is the one that I want to get my hands on the most. It is looking absolutely incredible, and it's going to be available in the Superstore. Obviously, this is going to be a separate charge. You will have to pay extra for this, but then it's going to be worth it because it looks absolutely amazing. And as well, it is also going to have that gunslinger armor passive attached to it. So we already knew that was going to happen. It's a bit of a lackluster armor passive, but I don't mind using it if I get to look that cool for a little while. Nonetheless, though, we've also got the brand new patch 01.002.200 coming into the works with brand new balancing and crash fixes. There is a lot of balancing inside of this for primary weapons, secondary weapons, and also stratagems, and also enemies, which we're going to get into in just a moment. But starting off with the balancing, let's take a look at the primary weapons and see what we're using inside of this one. As of right now, the SMG-32 Reprimand spread decreased from 50 to 40. The SG-8S Slugger has also had a spread decrease from 20 to 6, and a damage increase from 250 to 280. Now, we did want to increase on the Slugger, although I'm not sure this is going to make a massive difference. We'll have to give that one a test out, but I don't think it's still going to be much of a viable option in the long run. We have also got the Liberator Concussive, where the fire rate has been increased by 80, which is a significant amount, and should run it up to about the same as where we're sitting at for the standard Liberator, making it a little bit more useful for you guys for the most part. The Diligence magazine capacity has been increased by 5, which is a nice little addition. The MP98 Knight has had a damage increase by 5, as well as the STA11 SMG and the SMG37 Defender and the SMG72 Pummeler. They've all had the increase by 5, but the Pummeler now requires less shots to apply stun on applicable targets. The stun value has been increased from 1 to 1.25 per bullet as well. So a nice overall movement inside of the SMGs. They've all had a bit of a damage increase, but I can't imagine they're going to make massive impacts into the game. But it is quite nice to know that they might be a little bit more viable. Now, as well as your operations going with the auto rifles, there has been some changes to those as well, and we've all had damage increases across the board on these. The AR Liberator has had a 10-point increase on the damage director. We've also got the STA-52 assault rifle, which has had 10 on the damage. We have had the Adjudicator has received 5 in the damage movement. The Tenderizer has received 10 on the damage meter. And also then when it comes to the Eruptor, the projectile armor penetration increased from medium to heavy. And the projectile lifetime increase has gone from 0.7 to 1 second. So we've now got a heavy primary, which is AP4. This thing is absolutely cracked out of its box and should cause for a lot more damage moving forward. So I can't wait to get my hands on the Eruptor and see exactly how that one pans out. But that's not all they've seemed to have done. The stratagems as well have had an adjustment inside of it. When we take a look at the 110mm rocket pods, they've now increased from 2 to 3, which makes them a little bit more viable because you can now hold more, as well as the Exosuit Patriot and the Exosuit Emancipator. Again, uses have been increased by 1, which is obviously quite nice because at the moment we are not really utilizing the exosuits maybe as much as we should. So it's quite nice to have those added in a bit more. The sterilizer ergonomics increased from 5 to 20, which is quite a large one. And the stalwart has even received an increase in damage, which is absolutely baffling, but we've got a 10 increase on that one as well. The stalwart was already incredible, and now it's just going to cause more bloody damage. The heavy machine gun has had an improved armor penetration across a wider range of angles before transitioning to glancing shots. So it should make it a little bit more viable with the angle movements as far as deflection rates and so on and so forth. Overall though, as far as the stratagems and weapons go, some nice changes, nothing too game breaking, but they are going to be things that are quite nice to utilize. So we've now got some testing to do, and we'll be doing that over the next few days. Make sure you stay tuned to the videos because I'm going to be trialing it all out. Now in this patch they also made some adjustments to enemies, and I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but essentially they changed a bit of a change up with the software with regards to the automatons AI systems. Now they are less distracted by each other, so they increase their reaction speed in large groups, which is definitely not what I wanted to see. But as well as that, they've increased the number of AI calculations the game can perform. This primarily impacts scenarios with a higher number of spawned enemies and improving their response times in those situations. However, this comes with a slight trade-off to game performance, so some of you guys may well struggle with that. If you were just about hitting the mark with the performance level of the game, yeah, we've now got more issues to come from the enemies, and they're probably looking to be a little bit harder. As well as that, we're also seeing some increases to the automaton dropships and the illuminate dropships. The automaton dropships' main body health has been increased from 2,500 to 3,500, meaning that they are not going to be easily damageable. Now they've got a massively reinforced body, which is a pain in the rear end, but you've still got those end pieces that you can still hit on the corners, and it should still do the main job. And as well, the illuminate dropships, they utilizes the same shield as the ones that have landed, so this is again is going to be a bit of a nightmare. You guys are going to probably have to put a bit more into it and cause a bit more damage to get that shield down. Now the Barrager tank turret, they've resolved an issue introduced recently where the armor value was incorrectly set to 0. Now its correct number is now at 5, so yep, again a lot more difficult. And the turret now features weak spots at the front and back, with each having a 750 HP and an armor value of 3. So yeah, great. We've had some more difficulties coming from the enemies, and it seems like a lot of them are coming from the automatons. So it's a good job we're on the bugs at the moment, although we're waiting for a new major order right now. So again, yay, I think. They've also done a couple of little things for the settings, such as the stratagem loadout menus now undergone a bit of a categorization in different stratagem groupings, so you may find that some of these things have moved around a little bit, and the inverted look settings have also been changed for the Gryo input. So yeah, great. We've also received a load of fixes, including some of the top priority ones, where general optimization improvements on the colonies environments, which is going to be quite good. But overall, the fixes are what you kind of expect. We've got them on the screen right now, but the thermite grenade is going to be a lot easier now that it was, well, not arming sometimes, but apparently that is now obviously fixed. If you want to take a quick look at those fixes, I think that some of them are revolved around soft locks, crashes, and so much more, so some of them might have affected you, but it won't be affecting the majority of. Overall though, quite a decent patch update, although we were kind of expecting something a little bit larger maybe, and maybe some more numbered changes, but that's just me personally being a little bit of an ungrateful bugger, that's for sure. Nonetheless, I think that they've done a great job, and hopefully this new Warbond should bring in some really good moves as we wait for a new major order to hopefully put a spin in the works. Let me know via the comment section below if you are happy about all of this stuff, if you're disappointed, or if it's a mixture. Let me know what you're happy about and what you're disappointed about. Let's get conversations running in the comment section. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. This was a bit of a lengthy one, so I appreciate you holding on. Put a gold star in the comment section below if you did manage to get this far. Just intrigued to see where the retention takes me. Thanks again for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.